Greetings and welcome, Mr. Waddy here with my Algebuddies. We are taking a look at 4.1 continued, where we're writing equations of lines in slope-intercept form. So previously we have graphed lines when given slope-intercept form, but this time we're doing it like backwards or something. And also notice this is written in function notation. So here we are. It appears as though my y value is going to be the output defined by f. All right, so instead of y equals mx plus b, I'm going to end up having an equation of the form f of x equals mx plus b. Don't let it scare you, though, friends. It's going to be fine. So here we go. F of 0 equals 10. That means when the input was 0, right, when the inside was 0, that the outside was equal to 10. When the input was 0, the output was 10. This is the same as the point 0, 10, if you want to write it that way. All right, this right here, when the input was 6, the output was 34. So this you could have imagined as 6, 30, not 6, 34. All right, and now if I want the equation, I'm going to need to find the m and the b. All right. So let's find m. We'll label this point x1, y1, and x2, y2. And I'm going to use my slope formula. This one you smuggled in your brain box. Remember, m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now, in case this is a weird formula, I want to point out it's the change in y over the change in x. It's the rise over the run, if you will. So our m is going to equal, looks like 34 minus y1, which is 10, over x2 is 6, minus x1, which is 0. And so that's going to equal 34 minus 10. That sounds like 24. And 6 minus 0 is 6. What's my m going to be? 24 divided by 6. Quattro. You could think about that as 4 over 1 if you want, but m equals 4 is the simplest way to write it. And for my b value, they conveniently gave us the y-intercept. The y-intercept occurs whenever the x-coordinate is 0. It turns out that 10 is the value of b. And so my equation of the line, instead of y equals, I'm going to use f of x equals, I think so, f of x equals m, which is 4, times x plus 10, which is b. Right. Oh, slow down. Well, let me get the rest of us started on this monitoring progress question. I'll go over the homework tomorrow, but I'll look at it right now. Here we go. Let's have you guys give this a try. I just like April fooled the class. Not quite. It was actually more of like an accident on my part. Yeah, but this is ex-wife birthday day where I have to fool you. Anyways, where is my slider? There it is. So guys, if I want to do this, let's write this. This is the same as what point if I want to write it as an ordered pair? Adriana, ladies, if I want to rewrite this as an ordered pair, what is that point? Adriana, lady. 0, 9. If I want to rewrite this as an ordered pair, what's that going to be? 8, 7. The input was 8, the output was 7. I could label these x1, y1, x2, y2. Let's find the slope. All right. Are you guys writing these down? All right. The way we learn is by doing. So y2 is 7 minus y1 is 9 over x2, which is 8, minus x1, which is 0. So I'm going to get m equals 7 minus 9 is negative 2 over 8. Do you guys know how to simplify that? Yeah. How do I do? So 2 goes into 2 once and into 8 4 times. So yeah. So m is equal to negative 1 over 4. Thank you. I agree. No. My negative was still right here. Here, guys, I need you all to be quiet now. Just one person talking at a time. Thank you. Sorry, Pooja. My apologies. Why didn't I write a minus sign? I had it here, and then I was just showing like my canceling math here. So the minus sign is still there. It's there. Yep. What is the y-intercept, friends? 9. Because it occurs when the x coordinate is 0, which so far we've been very fortunate that they've been giving us points where one of them happened to be the y-intercept. The next example, we will not be so lucky. So here our equation is y equals negative 1/4 x plus 9. So ladies and gentlemen, I have some steps. Here, guys, let's talk about this. Don't worry about it. So here we go. I've given you some steps because I know sometimes people like to have a process to follow. So when you are doing tonight's quest, this is the procedure you're going to want to follow for the questions that are found on page 185. It says when one of your points is not a y-intercept. So the first thing we'll do is still find the slope, m, using the slope formula. And then part 2 is going to be the tricky one. I'm calling this example 4.5, and let's do this together right now. So if I want to find my slope, first of all, how do I know that one of my points is not a y-intercept? Ladies, gentlemen, how do I know one of these points is not? Right, neither of those points have 0 as its x-coordinate, but I can still call this x1, y1, and x2, y2. So write this down. This is going to get super tricky. This is actually the most difficult algebra problem you've done in this course yet. This one right here. True story. True story. So let's find the slope. Yep. M is equal to y2 minus y1. So let's figure this out. So negative 10 minus y1, so that's minus a negative 2. Be careful with that double negative there, by the way. y2 minus y1 over x2, which is 3, minus x1, which is negative 1. Careful once again with those double negativos. You could have called the first point point 2 if you wanted. It doesn't matter which way you do it. You can do it either way. Yeah, you could have done negative 2 minus a negative 10. Yep. So guys, negative 10, that's the same as plus 2. I'll write this extra step. And this is the same as 3 plus 1. What is negative 10 plus 2? Negative 8. Nice. Over 4. So I get m equals negative 2. So guys, we've found M, but I have no idea how I can find B. Let's check our steps. It says plug your slope in for M. So let's see. Let me write the equation y equals mx plus b. And watch this. I'm going to do the following. I'm going to plug in negative 2 for M. Okay? What other pieces of information do I know? And I can pick one of my points' coordinates. I feel like that needs an apostrophe there. For x and y. So which of these points do you think you'd rather work with? I would have picked this one because they're smaller, but it literally doesn't matter, right? Smaller numbers are usually easier to work with. So I'm going to plug this in for y. And I'll plug this in for x. And notice, I'm going to plug all three of those things in, and I'll be left with some unknown value of b. And using our algebra skills, we actually know how to solve for an unknown in an equation. And by the way, this b value will turn out the same way if you did pick the other point. It literally does not matter. Okay? So let's plug these in. So I'm going to have, for y, I'm plugging in negative 2. Maybe you did pick the negative 10. That's fine. Equals m, which was negative 2, times x, which is negative 1, plus b. So let's now, part 3 is solve for the b. Okay, so I'm going to have negative 2 equals negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2 plus b. How do I get b by itself? This needs algebra. Yeah, this is a positive 2 here, so I'm going to subtract 2. My 2 kind of looked like a z there. And so I will get negative 4 is equal to positive b. But better yet, let's just write that as, I don't have to divide because it's a positive 1 there. I'll just write that as b equals negative 4. Yep. You can. I'm waiting. These canceled out. Negative 2 plus a negative 2 became more negative. All right. And now the last part, it says, write your equation with your found m and b. So I'm going to write my equation, y equals negative 2x minus 4. So given 2 points, I was able to find the equation of that line. Isn't it? It's pretty cool. I should. Actually, guys, let's do the same problem using Desmos, just to show you how to do this. So what were my points? It was negative 1, negative 2. Negative 1, comma, negative 2. Oh, there we go. So there's Desmos showing me that point. Like so. Don't worry, we'll get there, Let's plot the other point. What was our other point? That was 3, comma, negative 10. 3, comma, negative 10. So there's that. And if I want the equation of the line through those 2 points, you guys probably would be pretty good if I gave you a graph at taking a ruler or the edge of like your paper and drawing a line that passes through those. What was our equation? Y equals negative 2x. So guys, look at that so far. That appears to, Cameron, be quiet. That appears to match the slope of the line right pretty well. And let's enter in our y-intercept, which was minus 4. And look at that. Bam! Right? You sunk my battleship, friend. Direct hit, both points. Done, did solve that. I found the equation that passed through both of those points. Question, what is the y-intercept here? What is the y-intercept? Yeah, that's negative 4, if I could click it right there. Right, we can see that happening there, as well as from the graph. What's the x-intercept appear to be? Yeah, negative 2 right there. Let's see. Bam. Negative dose. And I could have also found that by plugging in 0 for y and solving. Nicely done. Well done, my friends. Well done. Let's keep cruise-a-losing. No, that's not a thing. All right. Let's see. All right, I believe I gave you guys these. These are actually from the next section, but we're going to use this section strategy to do them. So you are going to follow those steps. You'll find the slope. You'll plug in one of the points and your slope in y equals mx plus b. And you will then find the equation. Let's see, can I fit it all on the screen? There we go. So I'll leave that on the screen for our internet friends. Let's have you guys try those two problems right now. I'll walk around and help. Oh, no, I was wrong. I do not know the answer to this problem. All right, let's see. Mr. Waddy's back. I want to try to get us to Desmos. Let's check this out. So, ladies and gentlemen, write this down if you did not get this far. I'm only going to get to this example for today, but that's fine. M equals. So, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. I like it. 10 minus 4 is 6. 3 minus 2 is, 3 minus 1 is 2. And I'm going to get m equals 3. Now, which point do you like better? I like the smaller numbers better, right? So in y equals mx plus b, I'm going to plug in 4 for y. Gentlemen, shh. I'm plugging in 1 for x. I'm plugging in 3 for m. And b is what I'm looking for. Okay? So let's write this. So 4 equals 3 parentheses times 1 plus b. All right, I think I caught a mistake on one of y'all's. All right, right here. The 3 times 1 is 4. Nope. I I just copied their mistake. My brain. Oh, brain, why'd you do that, brain? Let's see. All right. Yep, I buy this. How do I solve for b? Subtract what? Subtract 3 from both sides. And I'm going to flipperoo this all in one go. B is equal to 4 minus 3 is 1. So there's M and B. Last step I do is write the equation y equals 3x plus 1. All right, thank you for watching, internet friends. Have a great day. Bye-bye.